Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to ecif FTUI. So today we got a webinar to get to know more about KapanJepan and what the company do. Let's go. So from the topic for today webinar is, jadi topiknya teman-teman adalah peluang karir bidang IT dan teknik di Jepang, beserta tips sukses untuk lulusan S1 di Indonesia. Nah, jadi bakal dari company KapanJepan, jadi kalian bisa langsung tanya-tanya aja nih prospek-prospeknya. Mungkin aku langsung aja nih ya. Okay, here we go. We can call our spectacular speakers, Mr. KG Wada. Hello, Mr. KG Wada.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
Yeah, doing fine, thank you. How about you?
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, thank you, Mr. KG. So,
Okay.
guys, you will have the more information about the KapanJepan and the prospect to work in Japan, especially for the bachelor degree or kalau kita bilang sarjana muda ya. So here we go, Mr. KG, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for introducing Daehan-san. Let me share the screen first, okay? Can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay, all right. So we can start now. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Kaiji Wada from Karier Diversity, its company name, and then KapanJepan, our service name. Actually, I'm now in Japan, so now here, 3 p.m. JST and 1 p.m. waktu Indonesia Barat. Yeah. Okay. So today I want to introduce the Peluang Karier di bidang IT dan Teknik, tips sukses untuk lulusan S1 Indonesia. So it is a career opportunity for the IT and the engineering fields. Tips and the tricks and tips for the fresh graduate for the S1 Indonesian student. Okay, let's go. Okay, let me introduce my company itself. Okay, our company name is again the Karier Diversity, which is located in Tokyo. And actually, I am the CEO, the Kaiji Wada. You can call me Kaiji-san. Yeah. And then our business itself is into recruitment. So I'm not sure, how many of you, have been to Japan or not. But, if you have been to Japan, maybe you can imagine, how, the Tokyo is like. But if you have never been to Tokyo, but you can still imagine, how is it in Tokyo from manga, drama, movie, film, anime, and so on. Yeah, it's literally, the how can I say, the very busy city, Tokyo. But there's so many cultures, so many, tourist spots, so many food. So maybe even though you came here for the first time, maybe you can enjoy and you can adapt yourself into this environment. So let me introduce our business. Okay, so we have mainly 3 businesses. The first of all, job preparation, like preparation for the interview in Japanese, or writing CV in Japanese, preparing for the document in Japanese, and so on. And then language, of course, and when you come to Japan and you want to work in Japan, the language is very much important. Yeah, but don't worry, I will introduce the good program for you. So I will skip this part. And the job matching. Actually, we are the recruitment agent. So we have the lots of connection with Japanese companies. So once you're ready for relocation to Japan, to work in Japan, we can give the job opportunities, and then you can get the chances. Then finally you can fly to Japan and then work in Japan. So from preparation to the joining the company, we support the all-in-one solution. All-in-one solution. So we will give guidance. We will give you the how can I say, the support and assistance and so on. And then before that opportunities, I want to talk about the market of Japan. Maybe some of you already heard of this, but I prepared 2 graphs here. 2 graphs here. The left one and the right one. So I prepare this. The one is Indonesian, and then another is Japanese. Can you imagine which graph is Japan and which graph is Indonesia? Please guess. This is a age distribution. Age distribution. Okay. So the answer is the left one is Japanese, and the right one is Indonesian market. So what's the difference between these two? We can say that for Japanese graph, the left one has the majority is from 40 to 80 years old. And for Indonesia, the majority is 0 to maybe 40. So our graph is really different, the opposite, I mean. And then if you can see the Japanese graph, please look at the 0 to 20. It's really minority, and then it's small portion of the population. And then this graph shows the Japanese productive population. So the green one is in the productive population. So from 15 years old to 64 years old, which is active for the work in Japan. I mean, working. So in Japan now, the younger generation is decreasing, and then the red part, the older people, is getting more, becoming more. So which means, that Japan needs more younger people. I mean, need more people to sustain, to maintain, to develop the economy and the community and so on. So from this graph, from these 2 graphs, we can say that Japan has, Japan needs more people. Japan needs more talent from outside of Japan, not only from Indonesia. But if you can see this, Indonesia has a big market, the big population. So our 2 companies can, work together, cooperate. Now, at the same time, the Japanese economy can provide you the opportunity to work in Japan, to make money in Japan, to have family in Japan, and so on. And not only, Indonesian people, but also, lots of foreign people comes to Japan. And then this graph shows the number of the foreign Tokyo residents and then the population share. Last, 30 years old, last almost, 40 years, the number of the foreign people in Japan has been increasing rapidly. Like now, almost 4% of the population are foreign people. So even though you work in, you are in Tokyo, you are not, only one, only one foreign person. Yeah, so it's really, usual. It's really normal to see the foreign people in Tokyo or in other city, in other areas as well. So I want to explain that. So as I told you, the now opportunities in more and more in Japan. But what kind of opportunity you can get in Japan? That basically, when it comes to working in Japan, there are 4 types of the work in Japan. The first one is blue collar, which is like how can I say, the factory, the pertanian, agriculture, fishery, caregiver, construction, and so on and so on. And the next one's internship. Internship is basically provided by the Japanese government. They have the government program to provide the internship program to foreign people, not only Indonesian people. So if you want to do internship like 3 to 6 months in Japan, yeah, you can apply for that program as well. And then the third one is a white collar, which is office work, like interpreter and so on, and engineer and so on and so on. And then nurse. And then today we want to focus on these types of work in Japan. White collar. What is a white collar? What is a white collar? White collar means, basically, it shows it means the engineer, sales, marketing, interpreter, service, and hospitality, and so on. So which need the specific skills. And then, if you want to work in Japan as a white collar, as an engineer, sales, marketing, and so on, you have to get this visa, Gijinkoku visa, or we can paraphrase visa of engineer, or specialties in humanities, international services. This visa, we call it working visa or professional visa. So if you want to work in Japan, you have to get this Gijinkoku visa. All right. So now you know what kind of job is available here. And then maybe if you are from Universitas Indonesia, maybe you will apply for this visa type, Gijinkoku visa. Maybe you are not, working for the nurse, you are not working as the agriculture or construction. Maybe you want to work as an engineer or sometimes, that kind of professional work, right? In that case, the visa type will be the Gijinkoku visa. Maybe you can take notes. And then what's benefit to work in Japan? Of course, maybe you like anime, manga, Japanese culture, Japanese drama, or you like Japanese food and so on, right? But actually, I want to emphasize the professional experience in Japan is really precious for your career, for your the future, because as you know, maybe I put some company logo here. Nintendo, Canon, Toyota, Suzuki, Sony. Yeah, maybe you know this company, right? Maybe you already, have the car, the motor bicycle, and the PlayStation, the game, and so on, right? So maybe you know these companies, but in Japan, even though you don't work for these kind of companies, lots of companies have the connection with these kind of the companies, like a supplier, or sometimes the partner companies, client, and so on. So you have lots of opportunities to work together with these kind of big company, which will benefit your career, which will give you the precious experience to work in Japan. Of course, not only from this company. As a benefit, yeah, you can earn salary, and then just to show the average of the annual salary in Japan. If you are 20s, yeah, if you're fresh graduate, you can expect like 3.5 million, 3.5 million yen, or 30,000 USD. It's for freshers, fresh graduate, and this is an annual salary, the salary for a year. And then if you work in Japan for 10 years, and then you became 30s, you can get 4.6 million on average. And then for the engineer, it could be higher than this. Like you can expect like 5 to 6 million to 5 to 6 million to. Of course, in Japan, expense is high and more expensive than in Indonesia, but for sure you can make the saving, and then you can send the money to your family. You can have the family here. You can bring your wife and the child here, and you can travel. Yeah. So this amount of money is very well enough. Then you can be independent with your professional career and then skill set. And then maybe the most of you have the concern about this, the language. I know that Japanese language has three types of alphabet: hiragana, katakana, and the kanji. And then maybe it seems hard, difficult, to remember the alphabet, Japanese alphabet, Japanese word, Japanese conversation, and so on. I know how you feel. I can understand, but and you have to understand how how is the Japanese proficiency is. Like Japanese proficiency has 5 levels, from JLPT N5 to JLPT N1. JLPT is a Japanese language proficiency test, like a TOEIC or TOEFL in English. So N5 is the easiest, the beginner. Then JLPT N1 is the highest, the most difficult one. All right. So if you want to work in Japan, at least you have to have N3. So you only, pass 3 exams, N5, N4, N3. That's enough. So you don't have to have N1, or N2. It's better if you have, but it's not necessary. If you have N3, the door is open. But N5 and N4 is a little bit difficult. So if you want to work in Japan to study Japanese, your target should be N3. Okay, N3. And then how we can help you how KapanJepan or how Karier University help you to work in Japan, to get a job in Japan? Okay, maybe later you can Google KapanJepan. KapanJepan is a platform for the recruitment to work in Japan. And then we have, some programs, some menus to help you to work in Japan. All right. And then we can, provide job information. We can give the CV preparation to make, CV in Japanese. We can do the, interview practice, So if you want to you get job in Japan, you can access the website and you can see information too. Of course, if you want to do the consultation, it's free. So you can just, say hi on the WhatsApp, and then our, consultant will reply to you. Then through our program, we provide this program called Monotare program. This program actually, we Karier University sponsor you to study Japanese from zero to the business level. You don't have to pay anything, but you can get like a scholarship for the study in Japanese. It will be online, and it's a little bit intensive, like 4 hours, 5 hours per day, the weekdays. The monotare means mono is that means monozukuri. Monozukuri is to make something, to produce something. And tare means talent. So we want to support the talent who will create, who will make a new services, new technologies, new products. The benefit you can get from this program. Of course, you can get the Japanese free class for 8 months from zero to the business level, which is N3, as I mentioned before here, N3. From 0 to N3, we will support you to get a certificate. Then free guidance for working in Japan. Yeah, we will consult you what kind of job you want, and where do you want to work, how much do you want to get, what kind of job you want to work. Based on that consultation, we will give the job information, job opportunities. And then once you finish the Japanese class, now you are, open to job matching. So we have some connections. I mean, we have some clients, Japanese company. So we will introduce our partner companies, our client to you. Then once you are accepted in the interview, finally you can fly to Japan. You can work in Japan. The requirements will be under 28 years old, and then you can speak English at least. And as of application, you don't have to speak Japanese, but you are willing to study Japanese, all right? And you have the strong interest to work in Japan. Basically, engineering field, IT, mechanical, electrical, electronic. Yeah, that's a main field in Japan. And the company you will work for will be like a manufacturing company, automotive company, the electrical company, semiconductor company, IT company, and so on and so on. We have the lots of connections. So depends on your purpose, depends on your motivation. We will suggest to you the best opportunity for you. And then let me introduce some alumni from KapanJepan. Actually, from UI, University Indonesia, there are two alumni who are working in Japan or who will work in Japan. One senpai alumni is Agun-san. Agun-san is working in the automotive company, automotive component company. So now in this company, he is working with the Caterpillar, the automotive company. Yes. And then the Darwin-san, the person below will be working for the semiconductor company. He is from the electrical background. Of course, there are some, students from Telecom, ITB, Venus, and so on. So they already, came to Japan, and then they are already working in Japan. Through this monetary program, they get N3 certificate. And then if you are really, interested in this program, you can apply from this QR code. In this QR code, the detail is written. So maybe you can bookmark, or you can, you can scan on the phone, the hand phone. Then you can see the requirements, the benefits, and then how to apply application. Yes, that's all from my side. Actually, today I explained the market in Japan, how Japan population, is changing. And the next, what kind of job is available here? And then what kind of the visa you have to apply for? And the benefit to work in Japan, like previous, experience, and then you can work with this kind of companies which everybody knows, and the salary, and the language. Even though you don't have, any Japanese skill, we will help you by this program, Monodare program. Through this program, you have to get this kind of benefits, but you have to meet these kind of requirements. If you meet this in requirement, yeah, you can apply for this position. I mean, this for program. Hope my explanation is enough. I'm sorry if there is some mistake or something bad. Yeah. But thank you very much. And if you have any question, yeah, you can ask me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Kaiji for the material. And right now I got more information if I want to work in Japan. And I think the audience here, the student in University of Indonesia or anything or any university, just wondering how or just wondering. So maybe we got to move to the next session, the Q&A session. But before that, guys, I want you to open up your camera and use the virtual background because we want to take the photo first. And after that, we go to the next session. There will be a Q&A session. So let's go, guys. Boleh banget buat teman-teman ya yang mau join foto, kita bisa langsung foto aja nih. Siapa tahu ya kan, kenang-kenangan dari sini bisa langsung menambah motivasi untuk kerja di Jepang nantinya. Dan juga bisa foto langsung sama Mr. Kaiji nih, selaku CEO.
Maybe you can drop the presentation. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So there is more for you guys. If you want to open up your camera, just open up. You can do a little touch up to make sure you are still handsome or with beauty. But I think you just beauty and handsome wherever you are, and it's okay to open up your camera. Okay, so we got Mr. Fatan, Mr. Hendra, Mr. Andy, and Mr. Muhammad. Oh, there is more, Mr. Rakan too. I think we can take a photo shoot. Okay, operator. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay. For the next page, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, more. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, there's all the page. And right now we move to the next session. There is a Q&A session. So if you guys want to ask your question, just ask it freely. You can raise your hands and turn on the camera and open up your mic to ask your question. Or you can just drop your question in the chat box below. If you so shy to ask, it's okay. I think this is the most important session. Oh, you got the question, Mr. KG. Maybe I will read it for you.
Okay.
From Zamaya. Oh, no, there's no question. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, there's Mr. Yustira. He asked about he had a question. What do you think in the future related to the Japanese yen value has been rapidly weakening? Does it will impact our benefit if we work in Japan? Oh, I think it's considered an academic and the prospect for working in Japan. Can you answer it, Mr. KG?
Sure. Sure. Thank you very much, Yuri Stella-san, for the questions. Okay, let me answer these questions. Okay, actually, the Japanese yen is now a little bit weak, compared to other, currency. But if you work in Japan, the salary is, if you want to keep working in Japan, salary will, steadily increase. Okay, you cannot expect the salary will decrease, or you will get the some decrease the benefit. But if you work in Japan, the salary will increase, like first year to second year, second to third year to fourth year. Your salary will be still increase. And if you want to send the money to Indonesia, from yen to rupiah, it will be affected. But actually, that's not that much. But because the yen is still strong, and then if you see in the global market, yen is still strong and stable compared to other companies. Maybe next to dollars, US dollar, euro, pound, maybe yen. These currencies are still stable. So yeah, yeah, to be honest, the yen is getting weak, but still stable, I can say.
Okay, there's your question, Mr. KG, or you want to add some more?
Next question, you mean?
Okay. Oh, okay.
From my
So
side,
the
yeah,
next
that's it.
the next question is come from Kaisar first. So he asked about how is work-life balance in Japan company in general. Is there any major difference during registration between Japanese multinational companies and Japanese domestic companies?
Good question. The first question, work-life balance. Actually, it depends on the company. So, I want to advise you, even though you want to get from our company or a different agent, you have to get the clear information regarding this work-life balance and the overtime. It really depends on the company. So I can say, generally speaking, you will have the work, the overtime, like 5 hours to 15 hours per month. 5 to 15 hours per month. This is average, the overtime. But if you have, 30 hours, 40 hours per month overtime, it's a little bit, it's a little bit too much. So you have to, confirm how many hours do you have to do the overtime. You have to confirm before joining the company. And then the difference between Japanese company and the international company. Actually, there are some differences. Like, for example, for international companies, if your performance is too bad, they will directly cut you, fire you, because it's mostly, the Western culture, Western working culture. If your performance is bad, bye-bye. But the Japanese company, they cannot do that. They cannot do that. They have to protect the employee. They cannot cut, they cannot fire you until you want to resign. So it's a big differences. So, which do you prefer? It depends on the person. It's up to you, but there's a differences. And then next question from Fatan-san. Open position.
Yes, the next question is from Fatan. Maybe Fatan, do you want to ask for yourself? Can you open up your camera and your mic?
Yeah.
I think
maybe
it will be more insightful if you want to ask by yourself.
Or maybe I can answer here. Okay,
Yeah,
Fatan, go
hello,
ahead.
Wadasan. My name is Fatan.
All right.
I want to ask about the current open positions on the monetary program. I saw that the current positions is only available for the mechanical degree. Is there any available position for the bachelor degree of informatics or IT?
Okay, good questions. Actually, we open for all engineering position. IT, not only mechanical, we have to update the website, the mechanical, electrical, electronic, IT, telecommunication. Yeah, we open for the all engineering. So yeah, you don't have to worry about this.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Okay. The next question is from Reza Maliki. Can you open up your mic or your camera? Or do you want me to ask your question? Okay, maybe Reza is not here. So, Mr. KG, can you ask the question?
Sure,
The question actually
I can.
about the age.
Yes. Actually, the reason why we set the age limit is Japanese company basically looking for the younger generation, because they want to give training, they want to education, they want to give their program. So it's better if the younger the better, because it's more flexible, more open for the new runnings. So in terms of this, we set the limit. But if you are over 20 years old, maybe you can consult with us. And what do you advise to offer from KapanJepan? What can you suggest otherwise or offer from Japan, KapanJepan? Maybe for experienced people that want to work in Japan. Yeah, actually the KapanJepan has open for not only for the fresh graduate, but experienced person. Experienced person is much more needed in Japan, because they already have experience. Yeah. So even though you are not fresh graduate, you can join KapanJepan. And if you are over 28 years old, maybe you can discuss with us. It's flexible. And the next question, okay.
Maybe I'm gonna take a summary from the three questions, like from the Christophani, Mr. Muhammad, and Sani. So basically, the question is, if I already certified in the engineering program, but I'm not from the engineering program, is is there any job vacancy for me? And the next question is, if I'm not from the engineering, maybe I'm from the other major like a statistical, is there any job vacancy or just like that? So basically is asked about different major from that you present earlier. And if I already have the certified for that major, but I'm not in that major from my university, can I take the job vacancy or not? Yeah, maybe that's my summary for the three question. Can you answer it, Mr. Kaiji?
Like, actually, it depends. I cannot say, you can get or you cannot get now. But if you already have the N3, the door is open. So maybe you can ask us, your background, your skill, your language, your faculties, your thesis, your research. Yeah, then we can give some advices with what kind of company you can apply for, or if there is, something you have to improve, maybe we can give some feedbacks to you. And if you can speak N3, you don't have to, join this program. You can just, ask us for the job matching directly. This
Okay.
and then yeah, from, if you are not from the engineering background, I can say the opportunity is not much, but there is still the opportunities in Japan. So yeah, you can just directly ask us, and then we can give some guidance in detail.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Keiji. So guys, basically the answer for the latest three question is, if you want to know more about the opportunity or your vacancy based on your major or maybe your experience, you can just visit their website on KapanJepan and ask it, or you can consult from the WhatsApp, and I'm sure KapanJepan will help you and guide you for whatever it is what you're looking for in Japan. So is that correct, Mr. KG?
Yeah, true.
Okay. So guys, Sunny, Muhammad, and Christofani, are you satisfied with the answer, or you just still confused, guys? Okay. So maybe just one more question for you guys from you. Do you want to ask, just drop it on the chat box below, or if you want to open up your camera and mic, it's okay. I will give for one slot. Anyone want to ask? Oh, Zamaya. Yeah, you can speak.
Okay, konnichiwa, Kaiji-san. 説明ありがとうございます. I can speak Japanese, but not so fluent, so I will ask in English. I'm from chemical engineering major, and I saw that the application for Monotare, it's more like for mechanical or electrical engineering students. And I want to ask your advice because I can speak Japanese, but not so fluent. So I wonder better I try to apply for Monotare or I just do the job matching first, because my major doesn't teach me like SQL or JavaScript and electrical stuff like that.
All right, thank you for your questions. Zamaya-san. ありがとうございます。Okay. I'm not sure how much you can speak Japanese, but if you already know Japanese, you better join the job matching. The job fair, job matching, and so on first. But because the Monotare start from 0, so from A-I-U-E-O that you already know, so it will be waste of time to study from 0. So my suggestion is, if you need to improve your Japanese, maybe you can do Japanese separately, not from monetary program. And then if you can do the conversation, the Japanese, you can, directly join the job matching or in the job fair. And then if you still want to improve your Japanese, maybe we can help you to give the, the Japanese language proficiency like N3 and N2.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kaiji.
All right. Thank you. ありがとうございます.
Okay, thank you, Zamaya. And I think that's enough for today's webinar. Thank you guys for your participation for today's webinar. And I'm gonna make sure again, don't be afraid to apply or looking job in Japan, because KapanJepan will help you, will guide you from zero to hero. So if you don't have a basic Japanese, or maybe I'm still lack of Japanese information, or the expertise in Japanese language is not too good, it's okay, because KapanJepan will help you. Just make sure you go to their official website and take the consult in the WhatsApp. And I'm pretty sure that will be good for you if you want to look up for a job in Japan. I think that's it for me. Maybe Mr. KG, do you want to give like one sentence or two sentences for our friends in Indonesia that wants to apply job in Japan but still afraid?
All right. So one comment from my side. Actually, in Indonesia, there are lots of people from engineering background. But how you can differentiate from them, how you can be outstanding from them, how you can be different from them, that skill we can provide you. And then that's, if you have the two skills like language and then your specialty, that your major, then you can be the only one. I'm not sure you can be number one or not, but you can be only one, which will help you to get a better future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. KG. So like what Mr. KG said, the KapanJepan will guide you to maximize your potential and be the unique. So there is the only you. So don't be afraid, guys. And that's it for me. Okay. Thank you for the form. But before you leave, guys, I want to make sure to visit our virtual booth in our website, ecif.eng.ui.ac.id. They will be conducted from the September until the October, like the date below. And if you want to get know more about KapanJepan, just look at this poster. You can see the monetary program and the details in the bit.ly/monetary 2023. So that's it for me. Thank you for visiting us in today's webinar. I hope this will help you and guide you to get the knowledge about Japan culture and work opportunity. So that's it. Thank you and bye-bye.